This podcast is not sponsored or supported by any business or organization. The views reflected on these podcast episodes are my own. Please be aware I am not a medical expert, travel agent, or any other kind of expert. Hey everyone, welcome to the Eat, Explore, Love podcast. I'm Ashley. This podcast is based off of my blog of the same name, Eat, Explore, Love. It talks about the unique challenges in traveling around the world when you have celiac disease. Due to sort of popular demand, I decided to also record a podcast to delve a little deeper into my travels and the lessons learned along the way. Here's to another episode of Eat, Explore, Love, the podcast. I loved getting to eat decent food, see some beautiful scenery, the sun on my face, and getting to practice my French speaking skills. Je t'adore, Nice. Okay, so a while ago, before I was going to Europe, I was watching this movie with Bradley Cooper. Don't know the name of it, but it was all about him trying to get another Michelin star. And I was like, ooh, I wonder what it means to eat at a Michelin star restaurant. I would love to have that experience. So I Googled gluten-free Michelin star restaurants. And the only restaurant that came up as a 100% gluten-free Michelin star restaurant in the entire world was Restaurant La Fenier. So it's located in Cadenet, which is an hour outside of Marseille. So although this is my podcast episode about Nice, this was an outlier. So Nice is not very far from Marseille, let's just be clear. But I had to rent a car. I flew into Marseille. I rented a car. I drove to Cadenet and I ate at this restaurant and it was so good. I think you would have to devote that day to that experience, and it is an experience, and the food is unlike anything else I've ever eaten at. It's a true work of art. So I would go to hieatexplorelove.com to check out the pictures from the experience, but Restaurant La Fenier, if you are 100% gluten-free and want to have the Michelin star restaurant experience, this is the place to go. Another place I went to, but this is all in Nice now, Aqua and Farina. The staff was not great with English, but the food was really good. Chez Ritho, it was a cute little place that was easily able to accommodate my gluten-free request, and the pasta was pretty delicious. Papo Time is the guy that runs the place is a little strange, but he liked making a fun environment with the customers, and you pretty much get to make a customized gluten-free crepe, which was delicious. Amor Patisserie Végétale is a gluten-free bakery with an adorable little puppy that would come and sit with you while you ate, and it was a nice, calm, little peaceful place to have for breakfast. Again, if you want to check out these places and you want to know the spelling, go to hieatexplorelove.com. So a lot of my tours kept getting canceled, the free walking tours, but the one free walking tour that I booked through Guru Walk that I was able to do was the Nice walking tour. It was a great introductory tour. It wasn't my favorite tour I've ever been on, but it was a good introductory tour to the city of Nice and the history of the city as well. My favorite tour I did was from Nice, the Best of the French Riviera full-day tour. I booked it through Get Your Guide. It was one of my best days on my layoff tour 2024. And our driver was so incredibly kind. We got to go to Cannes. We got to go to Monaco. We got to see Monte Carlo and a bunch of other random towns and villages along the French Riviera. And it was really great. So I definitely recommend. Again, the link to the tour is at my blog post, Eat, Explore, Love. So it's really interesting. In my Salzburg podcast, I talked a lot about the power of your brain, of your memory, of what you're able to do. And I took French from 8th grade to my second year, I believe, of college. And it was really incredible how I haven't taken French in about 10 years. I think that makes it. And I thought I lost all those skills. And it was really interesting. I have a podcast coming out later this year about my trip to Quebec. When my sister and I went to Quebec, all of it came flowing back to me. And my sister was teasing me and she was saying, "How are you doing this?" And I was like, "I don't know." And getting to go to another French-speaking country, and there was even more time since the Quebec trip, I had such an interesting experience of it still was coming back to me. It was pretty jumbled at the beginning of the week, but by the time I finished out my trip, I was able to have a pretty decent conversation. And in Nice, they were not judgmental of me. Even places I went to in Paris, which we'll talk about at a different podcast, but no one was rude to me. No one was judging me. People were appreciating it that I was willing to give it a go, and they were speaking French back to me. So I felt pretty decent about my skills. I felt really good about it. So I think it's amazing how when you haven't spoken that language in a really long time, but I really studied when I was in school. I wasn't studying for a test. I was studying to learn it. And the differences in that, when it just comes flowing back to you, was pretty incredible. So I can't wait to go back to France time and time again to see how much better I get at my French-speaking skills. Because I'm pretty proud of myself, but I want to just take more people to go with me so I could just show off. So it was a really incredible trip to Nice, and I really, really loved it. Do I feel the city is safe for those with celiac? Yes. My favorite place to eat, I would say, would be Restaurant La Fenier in general for the trip, but in Nice specifically, Amour Pâtisserie Végétale would be my pick. Favorite memory from the experience? The day tour that I took throughout the French Riviera. Is this a city to vacation to or live in? I think you could do both. Is this a place to relax or be active? Relax. How were the people? Awesome. I really enjoyed Nice, and I hope that you do too. For more information, go check out my blog, hieatexplorelove.com, or if you have any questions or concerns, just reach out, hieatexplorelove@gmail.com. Thank you so much. Till next time. Thank you for joining me this week for all the fun journeys and lessons learned on my big adventure called life. For more information on the different cities discussed, check out the blog posts on hieatexplorelove.com, posted every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If you have any questions or fun stories to share, feel free to reach out at hieatexplorelove@gmail.com. Until next week, remember to eat well, explore the world, and love yourself. See you next time. This episode is produced, scripted, and edited by me, Ashley. Special thanks to Sarah Mientka.